Good afternoon. Welcome back to Crochet with Lulu. Today we are going to do a tutorial on these beautiful Christmas spinners. Now you can do these in any color. This is the white. I have the red that I'm going to do the tutorial on today. Or you can do the variegated. Sorry about I just raveled a project that I thought I was going to start and realized I wasn't going to. I know we've all been there, done that. So you can make these in virtually just a few minutes. I mean, they take little effort. This is with 30 chains, and I will explain to you once I start the tutorial how to do your beginning and ending tail. You don't have any weaving in whatsoever unless you just want to weave in the tails. I can't imagine anybody just wanting to weave in a tail, but if you just want to weave in a tail, then you will have some. I personally don't like weaving in. I'm trying to get my camera adjusted. Please, pardon me, I have you in my lap, as you can see. I still have not got my setup in the basement as of yet, so I'm hoping to get to work on that the next couple of days. We've been busy, and I apologize. That's no excuse. So you are in my lap once again, watching another tutorial. You will love making these. These whip up in no time. Like I said, make them in any color that you want to make them. This is the 30 chains, and you can see from the tip to the end, it's just about almost half of my hand, a little over half from my middle finger down. They're very, very easy. You could use a strand. If you don't have the variegated, you can make your own variegated. Just use a strand of each color that you're gonna make and put them together just like that. So let's get started. We start with the slip knot, but before we do, we decide how long you want your spinner to hang. You can make them small enough to just put a Christmas ornament hook in them, or a paper clip hook in them, or you can make them long enough to stick around the branches themselves, and that's usually what I like to do. So you decide how long you want your top, because when we come back to what we consider the tail will actually be the top of our ornament, and that's how long we're going to leave the tail at the end. So I'm going to leave it about that long. Let me get the measuring tape. I should have had that out, and we can measure. I'm going to leave it about 7 inches, and that's plenty long enough to hang on the tree, because you'll tie your knot in the other strand. So we start with our trusty slip knot. Remember, you're just tying one side of your shoelace in a bow is basically all you're doing. You're just making a slip knot. I'm going to chain 30 chains. You can make these as long as you want them. The longer, the better. But we're going to start out with 30. And you're just making chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You are going to come back to the second one on the hook, and you're going to put 2 single crochets in that stitch. and you are going to work 2 single crochets in every stitch back. You don't have to be so particular and count your chains. This is so easy, so quick, so simple. You're just going to want to make sure that you get 2 single crochets in every single chain that you made. Now it's starting to curl, and that's what you want because that makes the spinner. Now you can go and put, this is 2 rows. This is your beginning chain and your second chain. That's all that I've been doing. The thicker you make your chains, and by that I mean if you go another row or 2 more rows, the thicker your circumference will be. And those are pretty as well. It's your spinner. Just make it however thick or thin. I like them thin because they remind me of just a long, skinny icicle. They're very easy. They take no thought whatsoever. The biggest decision you'll make is how long you want this to be and how thick or how thin and what colors. Like I said, I could have used white with this and variegated it. If you don't have the variegated and you want it multicolored, do it the way that you want it. Just remember 2 single crochets in every chain, and that's all you're doing. See how pretty that's already starting to spin? Now, if you have the thin thread, the size 10 thread, you could take a strand of that and crochet that around the edges to give it that shimmer and glittery look. Or if you have the glitter yarn or the glow yarn, whatever yarn you want to use is fine. Make it your own. If you're like me and you like the boho look, make you some neutral colors, some browns and beige and the boho colors, hippie colors, rainbow colors, whatever color you like to use. These spinners are so effortless. And if you get an extra stitch in there, that's fine. They take no thought. Like I said, the biggest decision is how many you're going to make and what colors, and I love making these. Less than 5 minutes and you have a Christmas ornament that you're going to be able to give to somebody. Now, if you want to add more rows, like I said, that's fine. I normally just do mine two rows. Now, when you get right here, there's not going to be any weaving in. You're going to pull that even. You're just going to pull that the length that you want it to match that. You're just going to snip it, pull your skein out, pull it down, and that's all you're doing. And then just make you a little tie up here. Doesn't have to be any effort or anything fancy in this. And then you're just going to tie it off like that right there. This is going to hang on your tree. Now, if you want to make them even, you can, you know. See how easy and effortless. I spent most of that 10 minutes talking and preparing. Very little effort. Let's do another one. We will do the next one in a variegated color. See how pretty they are? They're just so pretty. I love making these, and when you make these, let me know what colors you use and how fancy you got with them. Did you put the extra sparkle in it? Now this is just a variegated. I believe it's the colorway Mistletoe. I ordered this off Amazon. I'm just going to go ahead and use. I get so confused sometimes which way I've got it. When when they come off the skein like that, they kind of tend. Now I'll make this one a little shorter just to show you the difference. You just make the slip knot. I love these. Like I said, there's no weaving in of the tails. I'm going to do this one at 21 just to show you the difference in the colors. I mean the difference in the sizes. Just come back to the second one from the hook. We don't count this one, we don't count this one. Come back to this one and just 2 single crochets in every stitch. These are absolutely some of the easiest things you're going to crochet, and some of the quickest. Again, let me know what colors you use if you try these and how many you made for a gift. We're invited to some friends for Thanksgiving, so I thought I would make some for each of the ladies that's there. So I'm probably going to make about 30 or 40 to take, and I'll already have them in bags. I'm probably just going to do the simple little white lunch bags and write Merry Christmas and put my name on it, and then just to let them know I'm thinking about them. The sweetest families, and they've kind of taken us in as their extended family. My son has known them for years and years, and they are just precious, precious, precious people. So we call them family. And I just think these will be cute on their trees. Now these spinners can be made for many different things. You can make them for garlands, buntings, hats. These make cute little tails or dog ears for little hats. Just decide the colors that you want to make. Now this is variegated. This has already been variegated, but you could make the variegated ones. I made one for my cousin's little girl for Christmas. I made her a pink unicorn hat with lavender on it, and then her little horn, I made her gold and white, and I hung it in the center right at the top. But these would be so cute to have one on each side, like little dog ears or little pony ears, and have the little colors that you wanted. Now this one again is just the 21, And I made its little strand shorter. But see how adorable. And you can see it against the white here, the difference in the sizes. And you just pull this down to kind of, you know, just so it doesn't ravel. And then you're just going to tie a little knot. Now, if you wanted to be fancy and put some little beads on the strings at the top, put some beads on it. Or if you wanted to put a little tassel down here, make you a little tassel and put some little beads on it. However you want to do it. So we've made 2 in less than 15 minutes. And like I said, most of that was preparing and trying to pull off yarn after I'd made a mess out of the yarn. But I already have a bag with several in it. And I thought, well, I'll just keep adding to my bag. And then when we get ready to go, then I will have several, or I will have enough to pass out to the ladies there. Very little effort, very simple and easy. And I hope you enjoy making these. And again, please let me know what colors you're using. And I hope you will join me back again for another tutorial coming up very soon. And enjoy making these. Come back and see Crochet with Lulu. Bye-bye.